Well, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? This is a 12-part series where we go in $100,000 increments from 100,000 to a million and then wrap it up with two final episodes, one at 1.5 million and the other one at $2 million in hopes of answering the question, can I find something I love within my budget? During this series, we also share with you how to make use of the MLS function on your free account at reloadedbaja.com. If you're interested in price points above the $2 million mark, please make sure to reach out to me directly and I will curate a private and individual search just for you. Again, my name is Cid Chacon. I am your real estate Sherpa here in the Baja Sur, and thank you for joining me in today's second episode in Cycle 2, where we go from $100,000 to $200,000 in the MLS. All right, guys. So I'd like to remind you to create an account at reloadedbaja.com if you have not already, and to please have the confidence to share your information, as I and my team are the only folks that will be using that information. It is not shared with anybody. It is not sold to anybody. It is exclusively for us to provide you the best service and attention that we can provide in answering your questions. We recognize that you might be simply starting down the journey of discovering if owning in Mexico is even right for you. And we want to help you determine that. If you discover that it's not right for you, we're proud to have been able to help you reach that decision. And if you discover that it is right for you, we're here to help make sure every step you take is a solid one. So again, let's get started, guys. If you want to join me while we're doing this video, while you're watching this video, make sure to go to reloadedbaja.com and let's get started. Let me share my screen with you guys. So here at reloadedbaja.com, the first step you want to take, and by the way, I have some really great information to share with you on this episode, because as we're doing this, I'm able to compare month to month the differences in the marketplace. So that's something that I believe is an added value to you as well. So again, here we are at Reloaded Baja. Go to MLS search, click on property search, and it's going to take you to this screen right here, which I've already prepared for us. Again, you want to play with these fields. We're going to leave it as is, Baja California Sur. If you did want to do a more refined search, you can play around with these already curated areas. But we're going to look at the entire MLS on this one. And we're only going to look at $101. And the reason why I add that $1 in, we don't want to repeat what we saw in our last episode exactly at the $100,000 price point. So again, $101 to max price of $200,000. And I want to share this with you. This is really important. Any beds, any bathrooms, I left it just like that. Property type, houses and condos. And under the More tab, I left it wide open with nothing ticked, nothing marked. And I wanted to do that because look at this, 151 results. Last month, when we did episode 2 of our first cycle, there was about 163 odd listings. This includes homes, condos, and fractional ownership, which I'll get into. If you don't know what fractional ownership is, guys, real quick, you can buy deeded and titled forever and forever, right? You can will it with your family and all that other good stuff. It is deeded property, but instead of buying the full property, you can maybe just buy what you know you're going to use, those 6 weeks, those 4 weeks, or whatever fraction is offered to you that fits your usage. And what's nice about that is that you're buying a property that is fully maintained, fully furnished, literally turnkey. All you have to do is show up and use it. So again, if you want to know more about fractional ownership, make sure to send me a email or text me. If you email me, I'll respond within 24 hours. If you text me, I'll respond within about 1 hour or so. Just give me a chance to respond and I'll be there right away. All right. So that difference between last month's episode and this one, we're looking at about an 8% difference approximately in inventory. And I'm talking less inventory this month than there was last month. And that is also true with the inventory under $100,000. So what does that mean to you? Well, we're definitely seeing less and less inventory month to month right now. That means that's good. That's buyer activity. Inventory is going down. So if you're a seller, that means that you're going to be able to negotiate a little bit more or you have a better price point. If you're a buyer, hurry up. Now is the time to take action as that inventory becomes less. sellers are going to hold more firmly to their price points. It's that simple, guys. So it still is a buyer's market under the $1 million price point. And that is because we're still historically at almost 2,500 total listings on the MLS. So it is a buyer's market. As you can see, however, we are definitely moving inventory. Under the $100,000, we looked at about a 20% movement in inventory from 1 month to the next. Here, it's about an 8%. So as we continue to go up in price point, we're likely to see maybe less movement. I don't know. Stick with us and check out our future episodes this month of November to see what those differences are. All right. So I look forward to seeing you guys in future episodes. In the meantime, to refine this specific search, I am going to do two things. We're going to leave the price point alone, but we're going to add in this. We're going to move the number of bedrooms from any to 2 bedrooms and bring it down to 3 bedrooms as well. And we're going to move the bathrooms up to 2 bathrooms minimum. So again, bedrooms from 2 to 3 bedrooms, bathrooms 2 bedrooms or more, doesn't matter, right? And we reduced it down to 81 results, almost half. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add in a view description, and we're going to put this here at ocean view because, you know, you're not going to come all this way to not go all the way and get the view, right? So here we are. We reduced it down to 30. And that's what I like to do for you when you ask me to set up a customized property search. I want you to get on average about 45 listings, okay? Because that's enough to view, right? And again, we want to refine that search to match your criteria to show you properties that are only of high interest to you, right? That's what we want to do. So let's take a look at these 30 listings. And to do that, I'm going to be using the map over here on the side. Now, remember, the MLS covers an area all the way as far north as Santa Rosalia on the on the Sea of Cortez side, and about San Juanico, Scorpion Bay over here on the Pacific side. And that's thanks to all of our affiliate agents and brokers that we have as far north as Loreto, because they will cover this area right here, these guys in the Loreto area. That's quite impressive. So as you can see, as I zoom in with the map, there's no results. So what this is telling us is that there's nothing defined with an ocean view designation, 2 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms in the $100,000 to $200,000 range. Now, don't worry, I did check it before. There's nothing with any bedrooms, any bathrooms in this price point. So let's scroll down a little bit here on the map. And I'm just clicking and dragging the map as we go down. And we're going to reach the La Paz area right here. And this is where we're starting to see now some properties. So we see that there's one property right here, Ocean View. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but it worked. Ocean View right here in the La Paz metropolitan area. So let's take a look at that one. It's this one right here. I'm going to open that one up for you guys. And then there's 4 properties in the Centenario area, which I'll share with you what it is. Centenario is a newer community that's developing just west of La Paz on the other side of the international airport that La Paz offers as you head up Highway 1 that eventually will get you to Loreto. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Oh, this is interesting. Here's a fractional ownership property. We were just talking about fractional ownership. So let's take a look at that. And this is looks like a pretty house. These are all renders. So you know what? I'm going to go with these two because one is fractional and one looks like it's ready for delivery. As you could clearly tell, let me click on that again. If you were interested in price points under the 190,000, you're definitely going to find this at 174, 159.9. It looks like it's the same community, same developer. He's doing pre-construction sales, so you can definitely find those, and they're in the Centenario area. Remember, with pre-construction sales, you want to make sure that you and your agent, hopefully that's me, will help you do the due diligence that you need to make sure that this developer is going to deliver in the time that he promises, with the finishes that he promises, with the quality of the construction that he promises, right? And again, your money is safe in that particular investment. But let's take a look at these properties as okay, so this one was La Paz. No, this one was La Paz. And let's look at the map. Again, use the hybrid function. The hybrid function, oh, it looks like, yeah, here we go. The hybrid function allows you to see both the satellite view and the streets, right? Which is really cool. So it really gives you a good sense of where you're at. And one of the things that I enjoy doing about that is, like, for example, here, let's see if this works for me. Okay, well, I guess there isn't any immediate restaurants around there. I guess it depends on where the location is. Isabela Católica, this is one of the stronger streets here. So you really are in the heart of La Paz with this specific property. As you can see, you're several blocks away from the Malecon, but don't worry, it's easy to get to. Most of these streets are one-way streets, so you can just go boom right to where you're going. The Malecon is this main road right here that is water frontage road. It is the boardwalk, very well coveted by families and tourists alike. It's a great place to get some exercise in, stroll, walk, skateboard, roller skate, watch morning sunrises, sunsets. It's phenomenal. It literally goes on what seems like for miles all the way out here. And you can take it all the way back. It's a great way to get some exercise in, and a beautiful way to view the city and the waterfront area right here. So let's take a look at this property and what it has to offer. 167, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 730 plus square feet. Again, this is a new construction, kind of like what we were talking about a moment ago in the Centenario area. We want to make sure we do our homework. These renders look phenomenal. Looks like you have a loft area here. So there's likely a ground floor sleeping area and then a top floor. That's all she wrote for these photographs. I really wish they'd give us more renders, especially on a pre-construction property. I mean, that's not more than about 7 odd photographs. Pre-sale, exclusive condominium with a private rooftop for each unit. Well, that's a nice feature. Featuring 2 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, and 1 half bathroom, plus a spectacular terrace equipped with a jacuzzi, pergola, and barbecue area. Every detail has been designed for comfort and style. Custom closets, modern stove and hood, grill and sink for gatherings, high-quality ceramic flooring, and a spacious 430 square foot rooftop to enjoy the open air and panoramic views. Discover the perfect balance between design and functionality in a space made for both relaxation and entertaining. All of this in the heart of a vibrant community with everything you need within reach. Estimated delivery date, April 2026. So at the time of filming, this is right now the end of October, October 27th, and we're going into November. Images, what can I tell you? I mean, we're looking at another 6 months and it's done. Images shown are for illustrative purposes only and may be subject to change without prior notice. Delivery 7 months after down payment. Payment plan. So here's a great example. Payment plan. You will likely put down a $5,000 to $10,000 reservation. Expect to do that into an escrow account. It's likely a U.S. escrow company like Global Escrow or TLA Escrow, for example. And it's fully refundable during your due diligence as you review the private promise to purchase contract. Then, if everything works out, again, you want to make sure that we cover any modifications or additions that can be made, finishes, and of course, the contract itself. Then you go ahead, sign that private contract, and put down the remaining balance of the 30% down payment. 30% upon completion of second floor slab, and then 30% upon completion of finishes and flooring. And the final 10% is at the closing table, right? Well, usually you deposit that within 5 business days prior to the signing date, and that's in escrow at that point, right? So that's usually how payments are made. All right, let's see here. Is this an HOA? It doesn't really mention, although there is a name, Aqualoft 103, which would imply that it's an HOA. There's an association. There must be some sort of association dues. It doesn't come into that. And that's something that we would want to find out before we submit an offer. All right, guys, let us know if that's something that interests you. It is urban living in the heart of La Paz. Let's take a look at the next one. Now, this is a fractional ownership, and I believe, let's see where this is at. Take a look, go to hybrid. Okay, we're not too far from the International Airport of La Paz. So here's Centenario, which you've heard me talk about. Over here is La Paz, right there. This little intersections that you see right here, this is where you're going to find a lot of great shopping. So you're not too far from the shopping malls, shopping centers. There's even a casino there. Here is the international airport of La Paz as well. And this little area right here is called Puerta Azul, if I'm not mistaken, based on that little signage right there. And you're in between these two little towns, Chametla and Centenario, right here in Puerta Azul. So let's take a look at what they have to share with us with these photos. Well, right off the bat, I mean, they're promising some gorgeous Sea of Cortez views here. Nice finishes, open, airy. I really love this palapa thatch roof. I have to tell you, these are extremely resilient. You know, very, very, very resilient. They'll likely help keep you cool during the hotter times of the year. You know, this almost seems like it's not in La Paz. I think they made a mistake by where they placed the tab. This looks like it's in Cabo San Lucas at the Auberge Resorts. 100%. Yeah, this is not right. You know, it's interesting. Let's go back. Let's go back to the map. So again, so you can say I'm not crazy, Cid. You're not crazy. So again, this is showing us right here. All right, but it says Cabo Corridor. All right, duh. I went just based on the map, but clearly we're looking at Cabo Corridor, and this is at the Auberge Resorts fractional ownership at Esperanza. I was surprised to even see that. So interestingly enough, you know, we found a listing of Cabo San Lucas that is incorrectly pinned, and that's something we want to be careful with. And a perfect example of why I recommend that you do not be extremely detailed in your search, because little errors like these on behalf of the listing agent or their assistant, when they place the pin on the MLS, put this up in La Paz when it's really on the Cabo corridor. So there you go, guys. We discovered it together. But with that said, this is a great example. A 1/24th of a fractional ownership. So what is that? That's approximately 2 weeks of ownership. Okay. 2 weeks of ownership at Esperanza, Auberge Resorts collection. Now, Auberge Resorts is a very high-end luxury fractional ownership company. You can do exchanges worldwide. It does not mean that you have to use this right then and there. So what can I tell you? 2 unforgettable weeks a year in a luxury villa at Esperanza, one of Cabo San Lucas's most iconic five-star resorts. This 1/24th fractional ownership offers a unique opportunity to enjoy all the comforts of a private residence paired with world-class service and amenities of the Auberge Resorts collection. Your ownership includes access to Auberge's full suite of resort amenities, including pools, spa, fitness centers, restaurants, beach club, concierge services, 2 weeks per year, a combination of fixed week 7. And that's interesting. So they're giving you a specific week of the year that you can bet on. You can guarantee every year you're going to get that. And a floating week between May and November. Now, that's not bad times at all. I mean, between May and November, you're going to find some of the best sport fishing, some of the greatest weather. What can I tell you? It's not bad at all. Daily housekeeping, via host, and full service staff to make every stay effortless. All inclusive HOA dues cover everything, utilities, etc. So, what are those dues? You're paying $5,954. I would agree that this is in dollars, and you pay that for the year. So you're paying just under $3,000 per week, you know, to stay there. Not too shabby if you want to break it down per night, you know, to stay in a property like this. That's pretty cool. I mean, and again, you do have the ability to do exchanges with this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a quick look at this on the reverse. Look at that gorgeous beach, beautiful pools. So it's a wonderful way, again, for $190,000. It's a wonderful way for you to get into some really high end luxury. If you know that you're not going to be coming to the destination that much at all, and it's titled, it's deeded property, guys. It would not be on here. This is not the same as a timeshare at a resort, like one of the local resorts on the main beach. But it is offering you that flexibility under a deed entitled property. All right, let's take a look at the next one. This one is in La Paz. All right, it says it. Let's take a look at the map. We're going to go to the hybrid here. And again, ironically, we were looking at Puerta Azul area right here a moment ago. This is located right here in a new development. Maybe it's called Portobello. I don't know. But again, in between Centenario and Chametla, very close to the international airport, very close to all the shopping, not too far from where you want to be in La Paz. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at the details. So clearly brand new construction. And let me show you some examples here. So again, you need to supply your own, stove oven, your extractor, put in your own refrigerator. Even the air conditioning units are not included on this. And don't worry about that. For a full set of 3 bedrooms, this is 2 bedrooms, but let's say 2 bedrooms plus your living room, dining room, which is going to be a slightly more tonnage. You'll maybe spend close to about $2,000 odd between all 3 of those AC units. Now, obviously, this depends on the brand, and if you go like without inverter or with inverter, double inverter nowadays is an option. But plenty of light. Look at that double vanity. Those were all, by the way, let me point something out here. Although these are ceramic tile floors, you are looking at granite countertops. Look at that. That's natural stone here as well in the bathrooms on the vanities. Nice rooftop. Looks like you have a pickleball court right there going on. There's a pool area, barbecue area. Portobello Residencial. So if you want something simple, easy upkeep, this will likely do it. This beautiful home is located in Portobello Residencial, a development with 24-hour security, clubhouse, and pool. Enjoy the Baja lifestyle at Portobello Residencial. Great place to live. They kept it simple. All right. Do we have an HOA fee? Now, again, this is in pesos, okay? 1,150 pesos per month, likely on this one right here, which is about 60 odd dollars, $70 a month HOA fee. All right, let's move on to the next one as we continue down the map and we head towards So there's nothing in the La Ventana El Sargento area that has popped up. We have one property over here on the Pacific side by Todos Santos. And as you can see right here, the majority of the other properties are all located in Cabo San Lucas. So we're going to take a look at that in a little more detail right now. All right, so we find ourselves Cerritos. Cerritos is an area that is adjacent to Pescadero. You can see right here, there's a little hillside. Right here, this little hill. Cerro Tecolote is what it's called, and Cerro Gavilan right here. This kind of divides the Pescadero area, as you can see, is all farming land, originally all farming land, but has now become a haven for lots of very luxurious and beautiful homes right here. Farm to table restaurants abound in this area. San Pedrito Beach is a wonderful surf break as well. And just on the other side of this hill, you find yourself in the Cerritos Beach area. Cerritos is famously known for its surf break as well, and it's a great place to learn to surf. And if you're already an experienced surfer, it's a great place to hang out and surf as well. New beach clubs have popped up right along the edge right here. So there's at least a handful of them that you can enjoy. Big Fun Beach Club is one of them, as an example. Shaka's Restaurant's a great place to hang out. There's lots of great little restaurants. Taste of Asia, for example. These are two guys from Mexico City that were taught in the Asian cuisine, and they are doing an excellent job of knocking that food out right there as well. Cerritos, right here. This is the property we're looking at. You're not too far. I would say you may not walk it, but you can bike it, and you can get over to the Cerritos specific beach. Let's take a look at the details here. These are renders. So again, I cannot stop expressing that we want to double check the developer, make sure that they're on time, that they'll deliver as promised, both in quality, finishes. We're looking at only 3 condos per floor. Sorry, 4 condos per floor, 3 floors. The rooftops have their own private decks. Look at those views. Now, there is a lot of empty land between this condo project and the beach. It is possible that some of these lots will be developed, of course, in such a way that you might lose some of these views. That has to be said. With that said, again, by the time that these are built up, your equity would have gone up as well. So, there's always a trade-off. Yeah, I lost the views, but I made money. And in the meantime, I got to enjoy the views. And I'm in Cerritos, baby. I'm in Cerritos and I'm enjoying it. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,337 square feet. This kind of gives us a bird's eye right here. A little gym, pool area. 1337, that likely includes the balcony space on these 2 bedrooms, 2 baths for $199. And if it is a rooftop, they're definitely considering the rooftop. So these might be about 700 square feet. Maybe 8. Yep, I'd agree. It's about 5 minutes away. This is a great bird's eye. Now, what's wonderful here is that you can see that there's this low-lying land right here. So it's got some contour. So if they were to build something in front of you, it would likely follow the contour of the land. All right, we're repeating pictures now, so let's go and take a look. Ocean views from every unit, construction well underway, delivery June 2026. Welcome to Cerritos 2097, an exclusive new community by Dia Sol, the experienced developer behind the successful Cora Los Cabos. Now, just so you all know, Cora Los Cabos is found in the Club Campestre San Jose, the San Jose Country Club in San Jose. It's a very, very luxurious, swanky, modern feel project right there, those condos, and other landmark projects. Located just minutes from world famous Cerritos Beach, this prime location offers easy access to surfing, swimming, and nearby destinations like Pescadero and the Pueblo Mágico of Todos Santos. Designed for modern coastal living, the community features a pool, barbecue area, fire pit, gym, and landscaped areas, ideal for enjoying the Baja lifestyle. Each 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom condo offers just under 1,100 square feet of interior living space, plus a spacious 238 square foot private terrace to take in the panoramic views. So that's a really nice distribution. I had it a little off right there. I was kind of thinking they maybe split it almost in half. It's great to hear that they did it this way. I'd rather take a smaller private terrace above and have more of interior living space. So good for them. The penthouse units go even further with an exclusive rooftop terrace featuring a barbecue area and a private pool, perfect for entertaining or unwinding in style. Set in one of the most sought-after areas of Baja California Sur, Cerritos 2097 is a smart investment opportunity and an ideal place to call home in paradise. I would agree that this will be a great investment. You'll make money because it's pre-construction on the equity position at time of delivery. They're talking about 6-8 months away from now, June 2026. That's about 8 months away. So the earlier you get involved in a pre-construction property, the higher the equity position you're likely to have at time of delivery. But this is, again, 8 months away from delivery at this point. and so you'll make money on that. This area tends to go up in equity position anywhere from 6 to 9%. Let's just say it's closer to the 9% yearly equity increases. And vacation rentals here are definitely a huge possibility, 100%. You do have an HOA fee. It's monthly. They don't mention what it is, but we can find out for you. Is this something that interests you? Let me know. Please reach out to me. All right, let's move on to the next one. So now we go to San Jose del Cabo, and specifically in the neighborhood of, okay, so this is more in what I call a popular neighborhood. By popular, I mean it's more higher density living. You're likely going to find a lot more of where the locals live, so to speak, to use that vernacular. If you want to be where the locals live, this will likely fit your bill. You can already see just by as I use the map to zoom in and zoom out the density differences here. Now, Highway 1 is right here, and it's an easy drive down to get to Highway 1. There is some supermarkets immediately right here. Which one is this one? It doesn't pop up, but that's a supermarket already right there from there to there. So you don't have to go very far. Here's a hospital as well, right there. So, I mean, you do have, here's another Soriana right here. So all of this is super close. And if you want to know where downtown San Jose is at, I mean, literally it's right here. Here is, you see that little T? There's the pin. Let me see if I can do this a little better. There's the pin. And right here, here's the plaza. This is the famous art district of San Jose. So you're not too far from it. I mean, it's not walking distance or anything like that, but I would say you could get there in about 10 minutes. So yeah. And if you really wanted to do some more, again, from there to here, here's the hotel zone. Here's all the restaurants. Here's some more shopping. It's easy, 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 easy peasy. What can I tell you? Again, San Jose del Cabo. Let's take a look at the details on this one. And this is a home, single family residence, covered parking. We saw this home last month when we were doing our second episode of $100,000 to $200,000. The family that enjoyed this home for many years, it looks like they made it very comfortable for themselves. It does back up to an area where you can go out and walk the dogs. And that's all she wrote on the photographs here. I'll give you a better image again on this. Let's go to hybrid. Oops. So yeah, so this is the house, and you got all this area back here where you can kind of enjoy. All right, let's take a look at the details. If there's any comments. Hermosa casa, this is all in Spanish. It's a beautiful home, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, in a tranquil community of Monte Real is what it says. Ideally located very close to an OXXO. Just so you guys know, an OXXO is like a 7-Eleven. Behind the famous Blackbeard barbecue. So you're really close to a restaurant as well, offering stores, schools, parks, hospital, pharmacies. Perfect for a modern family, designed to be tranquil. It has security gates, electronic security gates for your vehicles, a 10,000 liter in-ground cistern. That's a water reserve. In San Jose, you don't have to worry about getting water virtually on a daily basis from the municipality, which is a phenomenal thing. Having the 10,000 liter in-ground cistern is a plus. It's completely walled, ideal for kids and mascots, fresh paint, new floors, modern mini splits. All the electrical appliances are included. So they're leaving the refrigerator, the stove, the washer, the dryer. This house is move-in ready, spacious, secure, and best priced in the area. What can I tell you? There is no HOA. So again, if you want to live where the locals live and have a move-in ready home, this is it. What can I tell you? All right. So now let's take a quick look at the remaining properties here in Cabo San Lucas. And there's quite a few to choose from in the area. Let's see if I can simplify this. Let's take a look at this little bubble of 2 here first. All right, cool. Let's take a look at these. So these are found on what could arguably be more the Pacific side of Cabo San Lucas. These are not neighborhoods that I think we've kind of really touched on before. Um, so, for example, Maralta, if we look at the map, this is a neighborhood that is on the there's a terrain. If you've all heard of what's called Diamante, Diamante is a golf gated community. And here's Highway 19 that goes from downtown Cabo right here. Here's Cabo. Here's the marina, and it'll take you to Todos Santos. Here is the famous Diamante. So this is lowest area with beachfront, and then as you go up, it goes up in an incline. So this is higher land, for lack of a better way to describe it, highland. It's more elevated, and in this area right here, there's a this is an old map image for whatever reason, is located this gated community, and it is gated, and it does have two phases to it. And currently, you're able to enjoy these views. And I say currently because there is more land in front of it, although it is at an incline. I don't know if you can quite see, but there are buildings here, but you can have a lot of horizon, blue water horizon here. These are really nice, well done condominiums as far as the quality of the construction is concerned. I've been in these, I've shown these. So this is phase two. This is phase one over here. And as you enter, here's a great little layout here. You enter the condo, you have your kitchen, you have a pantry, laundry area, you have your dining room, your living room. So this half of the condo covers all of that. And then over here, you do have, because your master bedroom door closes here, this is an ensuite bath. Okay, while this bath is servicing the social areas and the second bedroom as well. So it is fairly ample. It's great. It is much cooler here on the Pacific side, ironically, than it would be on the El Tizal hillside. Um, Great breezes, really nice and cool. Easy access to the highway, easy access to restaurants and shopping as well. 20 minutes from downtown Cabo San Lucas. Let's take a look at the description. Maralta Cabo Living is a 145 condo complex divided into two phases. Each one of them has its own pool, barbecues, and sunbeds for the residents to enjoy. Great place to live if you're looking for a quiet and relaxed community. Okay, well, they're offering 6% commission to the agent. Okay, buyer's agent. That's what it says there. All right, and yeah, they do not mention the HOA fee, but there definitely is one. I would say for a property like this, you're definitely looking at under $250 HOA, probably closer to 200, maybe 175. I'd have to confirm it. $190,000. Again, two bedrooms, two full baths. Yeah, it's a nice little property. Definitely great for long-term rentals. You can get away with some vacation rental here. I got to tell you, absolutely. I mean, if people are willing to stay at Diamante, and you'd be surprised, don't take my word for it. Go to airbnb.com, go to vacationrental.com, use the map function. Now that you're learning from me where these places are located, open up this particular video on a browser window, open up another browser window with Airbnb and vacation rent and vrbo.com, and start to compare. Don't take my word for it. What I recommend that you guys do is you guys take a look at the months of, pick some dates between January through March, then pick another set of dates between April and June, then pick another set of dates between July and September, and then finally, October through December. You see where I'm going with this? So now you have 4 different weeks in 4 different quarters, and you can really get a good feel for how the rates change over the course of the year, right? That's what I would recommend that you do. Don't take my word for it. Now, what I can tell you is that statistically speaking, the average penetration in the entire area from Cabo San Lucas to San Jose is about 40%. That means about 11 to 12 nights out of a 30-day month. That's what the average rental penetration is on vacation rentals. Now, if you feel you can do better, by all means, right? Get her done. At $190,000, your magic number again is $1,900 a month. That's that famous 1% per month. Your property taxes on something like this is likely going to be about $380, maybe, right around in there, $400 on the high end per year. Divide that up by 12. Your HOA, I mentioned maybe 175, right around in there. Put that into your calculator, right? And then figure it out. I think you can easily net if you got a good property manager. Maybe you handle the vacation rental account on your own. You could easily get a good net, maybe 8% net, right? That's not too shabby. And again, if you're even if we're being very conservative, or luckily you're renting it out at 70%, you get to enjoy it 30% of the year. 30% of the year while still making that 8% on the vacation rental. And then that's not even including your equity, right? What if your equity went up 6 to 9% a year on something like this? Right. So we're talking 15% potential here net yearly between your equity and your VRB, your vacation rental income, right? Net. That's not too bad. 15% per year, and I get to use it, 30% of the time. That's not bad at all. Something to consider. Just saying, do the numbers. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. All right, let's look at the next one. So this is in an area known as Ojasen, if I'm not mistaken. That's what the area is called. Let's go to hybrid. And it's a little closer to town. This is Brisas del Pacífico, Los Cangrejos. I think this area is called Ojasen. But in between there, here's Highway 19 again. And to give you a point of reference, what we were just looking at a moment ago, here's Diamante. The other property was right here off of this little access road. It was about right here. So going towards town, you have this road that brings you right here. This is actually a really great location. There is a university right here. I think it's the University of Baja California Sur. It's one of their satellite campuses right here. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's a gym right around here as well. There's more OXO right here. That's a super great little park right here. Another little park right here. It's a nice little neighborhood, I got to tell you. And it's very centrally located. You can easily just get up this road and you're on Highway 19. Which direction do you want to go? Again, 20 minutes to get into downtown Cabo San Lucas, even with the traffic. And before you even get into downtown, you have gasoline stations. You have this mall. At the mall, you have an auto zone, you have a movie theater, you have 2 gymnasiums, you have a supermarket, and of course, clothing, food court. There's even a Carl's Jr. there. There's even a place for you to what do you call it? Charge up your electric vehicle. I mean, it's super duper easy to get to. There's a bank here as well. More shopping, supermarkets. I mean, it's great location, frankly speaking. This is a 4th floor condo. Unit 3rd condo on the floor, it seems like. 4th floor. Again, this is already an elevated building. This is all covered parking here, secured underground covered parking in this section right here. I've been inside this building as well. You have this rooftop pool area with, look at these views. Look at that. It's not too shabby. I've been inside this condo. What can I tell you? Wow, they're either selling it again or they never sold it. Interesting. This is like a corner unit condo. It's right off of the stairs as you come up. Look at that. Off the living room, you even have an ocean view. So I mean, you have an ocean view condo for $150,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths in Cabo San Lucas. $940 square feet. Now, there is this big lot. This is immediately across the street. Could they build something here and block this view? It's possible. It's possible, right? I have to point that out. But even if they did and they blocked that view, you're buying location. You're buying location. And it's definitely a great long-term rental and potentially a VRBO as well. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. It's just a different demographic that chooses to rent in areas like this. You might rent it out for less. That's true, per night, but that means you might be able to rent it out for more nights. You never know. It is a great little condo building. The spectacular sunset views of the Pacific, along with its convenient location just 15 minutes from downtown and the Marina Mall, make it an attractive choice. The easy access to Highway 1 for trips to Todos Santos and La Paz adds to its convenience, having nearby amenities such as supermarkets, restaurants, movie theater, gas station. Beach access enhances the overall lifestyle for residents. A fully furnished penthouse provides a comfortable, ready-to-move-in living space. Again, fully furnished. They call it a penthouse because it's a top floor unit. It does not have a private rooftop. Okay, allowing residents to enjoy the stunning surroundings without the hassle of furnishing the place themselves. If you have any specific questions or if there's more information you'd like to know about this penthouse condominium, feel free to ask me. Yeah, contact me. The spectacular sunset views of the Pacific, along with its convenient location just 15 minutes from downtown and the Marina Mall, make it an attractive choice. The easy access to Highway 1 for trips to Todos Santos and La Paz adds to its convenience, having nearby amenities such as supermarkets, restaurants, a movie theater. It's repeating itself. But yeah, it's a great little place. HOA fee, $125 a month. Taxes, again, these will be reassessed, guys. Totally reassessed. I would say about $300 on the high end if you're going to pay for yearly property taxes with something like this. All right, let's take a look at these 21. Here's where the bigger meat and potatoes are. All right, so we've talked about fractional ownership. This is a great one to talk about. We're going to look at this one for $200,000. It's right at our max budget for this episode. What can I get for under $200,000 to $100,000? Thank you for joining me again today. And oh, by the way, look at this. So you can get one for $200,000. You can get one for $165,000. These are all fractional ownerships. $132,000. Look at this. $125,000, $185,000, $125,000, $124,000. These are all fractional ownerships in the same complex, in the same development. Now let's talk about this since we're already on it. This is located on the main beach in a place called Villa La Estancia. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. In a place called Villa La Estancia right here. This is Villa La Estancia. Next door to it is the Hotel Villa del Palmar, and on the opposite side is the Hotel Villa del Arco. This community here of 3 hotels and residences, 2 hotels and residences, was built and is maintained by the Villa Group Resorts. As you can see, you have some tennis courts here as well. Now, the Villa La Estancia is exclusively full ownership and fractional ownership. If you took a look at our Cycle 1 episodes, what was it? From $700,000 and up, right around in there, 700 all the way up to the $2 million mark, you would find full ownership condominiums here, 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms inside of Villa La Estancia, full ownership. In this example, we're looking at properties that are fractional ownership between the $100,000 to $200,000 price point in the same community. Now, you get to enjoy restaurants on site. There's pools here as well. There's a gymnasium as well. Okay. And you can enjoy some of the amenities that you have at the adjoining resorts, Villa del Palmar and Villa del Arco. What's also really great about this is that you're on the main beach, as you can see right here. Really, I mean, and if you love hanging out on the main beach, Tabasco's restaurant is phenomenal. They got great pizza right there, good drinks. I love personally going to Club Cascadas. Their restaurant right here, the Cascadas Grill and Bar, is really great to hang out at. I love it. It's nice and quiet. And you've got all of these other, Nikki Beach, Medano Beach Club, the Bar Omega Sports, the Office. All of these places are right along the path here. It's phenomenal. You can walk into town as well and enjoy everything that Cabo San Lucas has to offer, and it's an easy Uber ride back. One of the things that we also enjoy is the fact that you have the City Club right here, and now you have also right at the mall, and across the street there's a new Walmart and there's a Chedraui. So you have three different supermarkets really all within walking distance. So you don't even have to really rent a car or go to Walmart if you didn't want to, which by the way is like literally right there. You can even get there if you chose to walking as well, which is ridiculous. Okay, let's take a look at these because there was quite a few offerings there. And see, this is the best beach. I mean, it's the main beach. Easy swimming, gorgeous views. It's where it's at. And that's all you're giving us on these photos. So this condo may not have the best views based on the fact that these are the pictures we're getting. But that's okay. You're on the beach. 2 bedrooms, 3 baths. Wait till I share with you how many weeks you're getting. You know, it's ironic because we took a look at that one fractional ownership early on in this episode, the Auberge Resorts, which was just a 2 weeks share, right? Very high end, beautiful luxury for 2 weeks. I think it was 199. I don't recall. Look at that. You do have a view. Look at that. Look at that view, right? It's nice. Let's take a look. Watch this. Heavenly Beachfront opportunity, a quarter share. 1/4 share. You do the math. 1/4 of the year, right? 3 months ownership. 3 months. Okay, full service HOA, luxury 24/7 security resorts, 2 bedrooms, three full bathrooms, full luxury amenities, the pools, the bar, the gym, the beachfront seating and service, great rental history, great rental, or enjoy yourself and the family. This is the only beachfront property with flexible ownership. You can own 13 weeks, 26 weeks, or full time year round. Enjoy your stay with your family or rent out the unused time. One car underground garage. Call for. So in this example, you're getting 13 weeks. 13 weeks for that quarter share and $200,000. That's not shabby at all. HOA fees 13,000. I believe that is dollars, $13,000 for the year. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, again, you're covering 13 weeks. That's about $1,000 a week. Okay, it's not too shabby. Again, you can rent this out, easily recuperate this. All right, let's take a look at the next one. All right, so this is interesting. Compared to the same $200,000, we're going to look at this one. That's a great comparison right there. And VMR unit 203. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's compare these that are exactly at 200,000. Because we were just talking 200,000, right, for 6 weeks. We looked at that one. We're looking at this one. Clearly, there's stuff for under 200,000 in Cabo San Lucas. You're at the 195. This is a 3 bedroom. 185. I was in that condo the other day. Which one is this? This is a home. This is a second floor, I believe, condo with its own private rooftop. Here's that fractional again, about 179. They do have more than one. And this is another fractional right here, Oceana, fractional ownership. This is higher up on the hill on the Altazal hillside. And that's all she wrote. All right, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I thank you so much for sharing the time that you've given me. So we're going to wrap it up by doing these last two comparisons here at 200,000. Now, this property is literally 1 block away from the beach. Let me show you. So again, we were looking at a property, 3 months worth of inventory, 13 weeks for $200,000 luxury, right? Or own it outright, full ownership, right here on this corner, right here, you're going to find Valle del Tesal. This condo building, okay, you go across the street, and this is the Rio Hotel, and there is a pedestrian access. You zigzag, and you're right on this beach, Medano Beach. Now you're enjoying the beach. You're that far away, walking distance. Okay, Walmart is right here. All right, Costco is right here. Right. So you have easy shopping, supermarkets, you got hospitals. And if you wanted to, you take this little road and bam, you're right here. Does this look familiar? You're not too far from this, are you? Okay. Now, you're likely not going to have the views. You're not going to be waterfront, oceanfront like the other one, but it's full ownership. Now you own it outright. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Rooftop. Now, this is the Rio Santa Fe that you're sorry, and Rio Palace, sorry, that you're looking at right there. Now, there is still empty dunes over here to the side, so you do have some wonderful views that might be built on the future, in the future. But in the meantime, enjoy it while you got it. You're buying location. Again, you are 1 block away from the beach. Super simple, super easy, likely to have great Airbnb potential. Remember what I shared with you earlier today. Don't take my word for it. Pause this video, open up another tab, go to Airbnb. There is a lot directly in front. They are going to be building on it. That's okay. It's okay if you lose this view. And the reason why is because your equity position will go up as well, right? The more that this gets developed, the better the area gets, the more your property is going to be worth over time. You do have great rooftop amenities here. Nice pool area, ping pong table, sunning area. And that's all she wrote on those photos. Amazing turnkey condo located in the great community of Valle del Tesal, 5-minute walking distance to the world known Medano Beach, close to malls, supermarkets like Fresco, Walmart, Costco, Home Depot, only 5 minutes away from downtown Cabo, gym, 24-hour security, pool with an incredible ocean view, perfect for vacation rentals with an amazing ROI. Condo is rented, so please call 24 hours in advance. I wouldn't doubt that it is. Yeah, they don't tell us what the HOA fee is on this. This was just built in 2017. It's only 8 years old. Fourth floor condominium. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Now, we're going to the opposite end of town. Okay, very close to downtown. Let me show you. Here's the marina. See that? Here's the marina, real quick. And Miguel Hidalgo is one of the main roads, right? There's actually the little plaza. Let me show you. Where am I at? Right here. This is the famous Plaza Amelia Wilques. This is where they like to put on the Friday night art walk. Okay, it's surrounded by restaurants, as you can tell. Invita Bistro, Tapas, Sushi Manias. You have Restaurant Mikasa right here. Many of you probably have already eaten there. And again, you can take this little road, and it goes directly up here, and you end up on Calle Delfines, and here you are right here. This is an elevated hillside, and you're going to have some nice views. This building is not a young building per se, but I will assure you that the views that you get from here are unobstructed. The beautiful thing about this building is that it's only made up of just a handful of owners, and between the few of you, you really control the building. Okay, yeah. What can I tell you? Look at that view. 200,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,162 square feet. And that view will not be going away. in any way, shape, or form. From here, it's like New York at night every night. And during New Year's Eve, you do have wonderful views of the fireworks. Look at that view right there. You can see from here, this is where all the boats leave the marina. You can see the shotgun start for the Bisbees, which just ended. Bisbees is the world's richest black and blue marlin tournament in the world. They zeroed in on that view. This is it right here, this little blue colored building. They shaded it for us so that you can get a better perspective of where we're at. This road right here is a dirt road currently, but just to give you some context, and you can't quite tell, but if I were to walk up this street right here, right where my cursor's at, is a great Italian restaurant called Luna Italiana with some of the best views of all of Cabo San Lucas. If I were to walk down this road right here, at the bottom of the road, I have an Argentine street food restaurant, which is awesome. There's a great seafood restaurant right here on the other corner. And right here on this corner, there's a brand new Mexican food restaurant, which is phenomenal. There's a great little 7-Eleven as well. All of that right there. I mean, boom, one road up, one road down. It's a block away. Easy peasy. If I want a little bit more higher end stuff, this right here where you see this white building, there's a little turnabout. This is where Casa Martin is located. Great restaurant. If I go a little further down this road, there's more restaurants right along this little path right here. I don't really even have to go into downtown if I don't want to. Just between this 2-block range right here, just one road, one street, 2 blocks, I've got restaurants. I've got everything I need. There's even a martial arts studio there. There's a dentist office there. I mean, what can I tell you? You have it all. Oh, by the way, there's a pool. Forgot to mention. There's also a pool. All right, let's take a look at this. Price to sell fast. Ocean view, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo at San Charbel, Cabo San Lucas. The condo is located on the second floor of the complex, southern building, giving great panoramic ocean and city views from both bedrooms and from the ample terrace. The condo has beautiful marble floors throughout the condo, wooden cabinets, closets, and doors, AC mini splits, and fans in each room. Primary bedroom with direct access to terrace, king-size bed, TV, enclosed bathroom with closet and marble tiles finishes. The spacious living kitchen area with access to terrace through sliding window doors, living room with TV and couch. The L-shaped kitchen is equipped with granite countertops, marble splash tiles, 4-seat dining table, buffet with mirror plus. That's weird. Okay, plus fridge, range hood, microwave, plenty of storage cabinetry. The secondary bedroom is furnished with a king-size bed, wardrobe, TV, and a window. Panoramic views to the city and ocean. The secondary bathroom that also works as a powder room with enclosed shower and marble tile finishes. At the hall between the secondary bedroom, they're like really describing the condo, okay, as if, yeah, that's pretty awesome. All right, what's your HOA? 4,279, that's pesos, okay? 4,279 pesos. You're looking at around maybe $220, right around in there per month. Not too bad at all. Tax amount will be reassessed on a property like this. I would say about $400 on the high end. On the high end. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the second episode of our season here. And well, not season, cycle 2, right, is what we're calling it, because we're doing this every single month. This is cycle 2. This is our second month, second episode, $100,000 to $200,000. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'd love to share more with you guys, but I'm not sure if you've subscribed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on any episodes. And please always have the confidence to reach out to me for any questions, for anything that you feel I can help with. I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. Have a wonderful evening and look forward to our Hot Sheet Live, okay, which we do every day, Monday through Friday. And we're considering doing it on Saturdays. Let me know. Should we do it on Saturdays? Is Saturday evenings a good time for us to do a Hot Sheet Live? Let me know what your thoughts are. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Your input really means a lot to me. You guys have a wonderful day and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.